Hi, it's Trixie, and today we're going to be talking about the mystery of godliness. The first verse that I'm going to read is 1 Timothy 3:15 and 16. I write so that you may know how you ought to conduct yourselves in the house of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and the ground of truth. And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifested in the flesh, justified in the spirit, seen by angels, preached among the Gentiles, believed on in the world, and received up into glory. That's the mystery. He is everything to everyone, including God, because he was made our sacrifice, but he conquered the grave, and he did everything perfectly, and there was no looking back once it started. He volunteered for this, and we ought to be imitating him. We ought to be pillars in our society. We ought to be the ones who tell the truth. We ought to be the ones who show godliness, because we are called Christians, Christ in us. So we need to be like he is, imitators of him, and do things that he would approve of and be happy with us for. And it's all in our own power to do this. We just have to make up our mind. The second verse is 1 Timothy 4:6 through 13. If you instruct the brethren in these things, you will be a good minister of Jesus Christ, nourished in the words of faith and of the good doctrine which you have carefully followed. But reject profane and old wives' fables, and exercise yourself toward godliness. For bodily exercise profits a little, but godliness is profitable for all things, having promise of the life that is now and of that which is to come. This is a faithful saying and worthy of all acceptance. For to this end we both labor and suffer reproach, because we trust in the living God, who is the Savior of all men, especially of those who believe. These things command and teach. Let no one despise your youth, but be an example to the believers in the word, in conduct, in love, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attention to reading, to exhortation, and to doctrine. This is the things we need to be doing, folks. We need to be godly examples for other people to follow. We need to stick to those promises that God gave us. We need to exercise ourselves toward the godliness, toward those things which please him. He says it's a faithful saying, and it's worthy of acceptance. It's something that will profit us if we would just do it. And so we need to be believers in the word. We need to conduct ourselves in love, in spirit, in faith, and in purity. And we need to do it willingly, not of, ungratefulness, but be grateful that we get to do it. 1 Timothy 4:16. Take heed to yourself and to your doctrine. Continue in them, For in doing this, you will save both yourself and those who hear you. If you believe the Bible, then you need to live the Bible. Trust what God says. Do the things which please Him. And you won't only save yourself, you'll save those people who hear you as well. I love the Lord, and I want you guys, you folks, to love the Lord as well. And if you come to saving grace in the Lord by hearing my words, then we both benefit. We all benefit from God, but we need to choose Him. Choosing Him is the only way to heaven, folks. He's the only way to get there. We need to be the ones who choose Him. And He's the only way. He's the life. He's the key to this whole thing. He's the last puzzle piece. He's the one who fixes all of our problems and takes everything on Himself. We can throw all of our burdens on Him, and He's able to bear it. He's able to take care of it because He knows the answers. He is God, and He needs us to love Him as much as we'll never be able to love Him as much as He loves us, but we can certainly try. And there's nothing better than God's love in your life. The nuggets of truth that we're going to glean out of this today are: God was manifested in the flesh, justified in the Spirit, seen by angels, preached among the Gentiles, believed on in the world, and received up in glory. Godliness is profitable for all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come. Be an example to the believers in word, in conduct, in love, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Give attention to reading, to exhortation, and to doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this you will save both yourself and those who hear you. Folks, this is the time to be telling others about Jesus and how He died for you so you should live for Him. I want to thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that bell icon so that you can get more consistent teaching from me, and give me a comment. Let me know what you want to hear. What subject would you like to find out about? And let's talk about it. Let's glean together, and we will be partakers of the mystery of godliness. Thank you all so much, and be blessed.